Good morning. How's everybody doing out there? I'm good, thank you. Just getting on. Gonna do our daily Uplift Oracle card pull and see what kind of message do we need to hear today, the day after, so morning after. I'm just waking up, having my coffee. Uh, that is so good. I have my own creamer that I make with hemp milk, coconut milk. It's called Simple in the can, and I put it in a big jar and I mix those two, and oh, it's so good. And some cinnamon and cardamom because that is good for the body. Those spices. Let's see, cinnamon helps with blood regulation, and cardamom is so healthy for the body as well, for digestion. And it just makes your coffee taste so good. So, how are you? Have you felt some intense energies leading up to the new moon and this eclipse, another one? It definitely it feels like we have one every other week. That's how the no time whatever we're living in is moving through. But I always feel affected, or not affected, but I can feel the energies, and I'm sure a lot of you can too, with just amplified. So I feel as the moon phases can amplify energies within us and help. And really our goal is it's always the inward journey, as I say, and I know a lot of you already know that. And we're here to really clear frequencies that don't serve us anymore, and clear just old patterns, clear old traumas and hurts, and I feel like the moon phases and eclipses help us bring all that to the surface and release it. And with the new moon, we can really work with that energy to really plant those seeds. What do you really want in your life? I truly believe that we are creating our reality. And like, I'm seeing it more and more. Even my son, my 16-year-old son, is like, whoa, like things are like, we'll talk about something and then they'll just appear later. Like, for example, because the coconut milk that I'm putting in my coffee, I was like, wouldn't it be nice to have fresh coconuts like we did when we lived in Hawaii for close to 20 years. That's where he was born. And I was like, it'd be nice to have fresh coconuts. Well, later that day, we're driving in the car, and on the side of the road, it was fresh coconuts and flowers. Like, what? We're in California. So things are manifesting in our reality. The more that we clear, the more that we're aware of what brings joy and happiness in our life, the more things will start flowing in for you. So we do have tools to use to help us figure it out, because I can't figure out all mine all the time. So I need tools. I need my long walks in nature, which I've been doing like for hours. I like to get out there and I like to hike way up into the woods. It's just my power place. But I also like these oracle cards. Our higher self will help us pick a card, and when we resonate, of course, with the deck. And I really like this deck, Beyond Lemuria. So we're gonna see what special message we have from our higher self in our collective, because I like to tap into our collective, see where we're at, what do we need to help us have that aha, that, oh, yeah, okay, I'm here for, to really figure stuff out and actually be excited to be here. Yes, the dog is like, that's right. Or he's like, lady, I'm trying to sleep over here. It's kind of early. I think it's like 7:30, 7:45. But so when we use these tools, like the oracle cards, our higher self will, I'll shuffle, and then it's, then the other, our like guardian angels, our guide, our higher self, whatever you want to call. There's so much magic here, and there is a just an amazing team on the other side that I know is there because I know and trust that they're there because I communicate with them, but I've also had some phenomenal experiences with my guides and angels and all that. And so I do trust that they're helping me through these tools to bring me positive messages. So, and that's what I want to help you feel excited to be here and help you clear whatever needs to get cleared that's coming to the surface for you. So what has come to the surface? What has this eclipse energy, new moon brought to you? Has brought up? Has there been like more conflict with a partner? More family dynamic stuff going on? Like, what is it that's coming up for you to look at? Because that's all anything is. Everyone's a reflection of what needs to heal in here. So it's great to be aware of that, and then to look at it and to heal it, bring love to it, and know that you are a powerful being and are here for a purpose. And I feel that purpose is to just bring love into this realm. And when we clear our own stuff, we can really be in here. So, what message does Beyond Lemuria have for us? And I'm going to put my glasses on now. Try not to wear these. I'm looking at myself and I'm really fuzzy. But I used to not have to wear glasses. Anyways, I'm going to heal that though. I'm going to heal my eyesight. Okay. Oh my gosh. I didn't see what card it was until you saw me pick it, shuffle. Crystal keys. Look at this. Beautiful. The crystal keys. So these are like, this is so activating. Holy moly. Because that's what we're looking for within ourselves, are the crystal keys to unlock our memory, to unlock and activate our DNA, our cellular memory, to really thrive and figure out this, I've been calling it the non-reality that we're living in, but because there's like, I dove deep into the Mandela effects, and if you haven't, check that out, because our reality has changed from back when I was a kid. But that's a whole nother subject. So crystal keys, and Izzy Ivy, so I like her downloads. I love that she, because these oracle cards that we get, that people write and because they're downloading from their higher self, and I resonate with what she says. So let's see what. The number 22. That's a good angel number. It's fun to look up. Those are tools too, to look up angel numbers. I wish I knew. 2 represents like, relationship, working together. Like in the tarot deck, if you have the, the 2 of Wands, or the 2 of Cups. So it's all about the relationship, how we're working with the other person, relationship in the job, relationship in your partnership. So that's significant. So that's what we're wanting to do, is bring information to the surface within ourselves, and through relationship is really important. when we look at ourselves. And it's hard to do because people can trigger us. But it's why? Why are they triggering us? And why is that person? Why do I feel this way with that person? It's all in here. Okay. 22, crystal keys, hidden wisdom, codes, potent information, Lemurian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift. Wow. I just said that's like what? Yeah, the triggers are a gift because it's an opportunity to go inward and release it. Because ultimately we want to be in that 0 point place of you are the observer. Even if something is happening to you, you can step outside of yourself, because we're consciousness, we're infinite souls in these bodies, and we're infinite, and we're a forever being, and we're just having a ride in this body for a little bit. And so the more that we understand that, then you can step outside of yourself and then look at the situation and how can you learn from that. Awareness of drama, creating patterns, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment, healing through awareness. Wow, that's exactly what we're talking about here. And so the eclipse and new moon can really assist in this. So use the energy, even though it's a day after, use this beautiful energy that we're still in to help you get more clear. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually buried in sand and earth, rather than attached to a larger cluster the way most crystals are. That's fascinating. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lemurians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. That is so beautiful. Because I remember my Lemurian life, and I remember the devastation as well. So, and I know a lot of you out there do as well. And I have a Lemurian crystal myself, so I highly recommend getting one because they are very activating. It truly is a crystal key to activate and bring in information from the Akashic Records, the quantum space of all that is, to help us in this space. This card is about, let's see. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. The card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. Non-reality. I mean, it's just a joke, but it's fun. In this reality, non-reality, what the heck? This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. When we are truly present, awed in creative flow or a state of surrender, it may come as riddles and in the most unlikely places. That is amazing because that's true. So just be open to information coming, answers, and just be in that flow state. Zen Buddhism taps into this using koans, paradoxal statements. The mind cannot fathom to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. Here, when light, now that's important because we don't want to be stuck in a trauma loop, or an emotional state, or in drama, we want to break free from that. So this is really important. Here, when light shines on our shadow, we are graced with significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from. Although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments. It's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information. Yes, yeah, there we go. Tailored especially for us, sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right into our most tender spots for the perfect healing. That's beautiful. These are potent codes, as all personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Isn't that beautiful? Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want, both individually and collectively. That's important. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want. Because we're all working together. And that's why it's so important to do the inner work. Because if we're not, everything's energy. So it's going to spiral out. It's going to affect the collective. And we want to break free from the negative constructs that we've been in. So when we see the information as the gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible. And that's what we're here to. We're bringing the light. So we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lemuria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from these dark foundations. Amazing. So, and then there's a divinatory meaning. I don't pronounce words all that great every now and then. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. So this is important. So because of this new moon and eclipse, our emotions can be more heightened because the energy is just stronger. And so it's really important to notice your triggers. There is nothing outside of yourself. You are in charge. You're driving your bus. It's up to you to clear these. It's up to you to decide if you're going to allow someone to trigger you or not. So I know that's a hard one because it's hard to take responsibility. It's hard not to point a finger and go, well, they were being mean, or whatever the case is. And it's like, well, why were they being mean? Was it something that you needed to hear? Is it something that is really a light is being shined on an inner hurt? It's a tough one, I know. So, but when you really figure that out, and the more you go deeper in and figure that out, and when you clear it within, again, that's why we're all reflection, hologram to each other. When you clear it out and you recognize the core of why that person was mean, they actually won't be mean once you clear it out, because there's like that loop, the energy, it's not attracting what you need to learn. So, because now you've healed it. So now that person has changed and you've actually helped them be a better person and be more in their higher self. See how it works? When we do our inner work, it actually helps others as well. Let's see, there is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. Yeah. If we could all learn to see our triggers in the bigger picture, so much confrontation and upset would be lessened. Power struggles and fear would diminish, and we would see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding would shift. The way people want to be loved would be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth. And that is so rings so true. I resonate with that. That's beautiful. My name is Jemaa. I'm an Akashic Records librarian. I can tap into the quantum space, all that is, and receive information for anything that you're going through in your life. And yeah, I really enjoy doing that. I'm an herbalist. I make herbal products, salves. I do everything's on my website, so you can go learn about me and my products at jemaasansaray.com. And of course, I leave everything in the description. And I hope that you have a beautiful day, the day after the new moon eclipse. Work with that energy. And I'm sending you so much love and support getting through this non-reality. Okay, bye for now.